Happy holidays, everyone, and welcome to the big show. I am your host, Jerk, and how's everybody doing? I hope you all got all sorts of goodies for the holidays, but more importantly, I hope you gave a bunch of goodies. You can't always be taken. You gotta be given, too. And Jerk gonna give it to you what? So, let's go ahead and bring today's guest out here, because I had to go back into the archives and look. But this is, in fact, somehow the very first time this guest has been on the big show. So please put your hands together for the legendary tier Russian destroyer. Give it up for Khabarovsk. Yes, the Khabarovsk. Kaba. Hey, where's the island music? I was ready to do my Khabarovsk rap. We can't find it. Sorry, folks, we're short-staffed right now, right? So, what's the deal with this boat? Well, it was one of the first legendary tier destroyers that was introduced to the game, along with the Shimakaze, and back then I said it was the Apex Predator. And since then, we've also gotten the Gearing, which really Khabarovsk smashes, and the Kleber, which, well, I will say I asked how Kleber is performing, and I was told it is still performing very, very well, but its popularity has dropped quite a bit. So, kind of what we assumed. But we're talking about Khabarovsk. Kaba. For this match, let's get the commander and modules up on the big screen, and it's, I believe that's Turbetskoy and Drag. No kink shaming here, along with Old Bay seasoning, great for seafood and destroyers, and Rumble. Truly more than meets the eye. Could we get a mask collaboration where illusion is the ultimate weapon? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. So this is pretty different than the last time I showed you my setup for Russian destroyers. And that's because I'm a loner dotty, a rebel. And this is a boat I like to play when I don't want to play with the team. And this is a setup for when I'm just looking to indulge my own selfish needs. Primarily, here's where we're buffing range and ditching twist and track for playing with fire, which increases the chance of starting a fire to something fairly ridiculous like 16%. And so it is safe to say that if I am playing this ship with this setup, that I have had a string of some pretty lousy games. And while I say it is mostly to indulge my own selfish needs, wants, and desires, that doesn't mean that I am going to just chase damage, but you can really rack up some when you throw on playing with fire. You may also notice I have ditched the smoke for the heal, and if you're thinking about going down this lonely road, then Makarov is also a very good option to use as a commander for an extra heal along with all the rudder buffs. But I am using this, and so, just like my team, you must learn to deal with it. I believe that is what had gotten my frustration with the blue team up high enough to abandon my attempts at securing a couple interviews with some new British battleships, and instead focus on a support ship that forces my team to do stuff for themselves. And that doesn't mean I won't support. You saw at the beginning of this match, I moved into B to help spot and cover our Groza Kurfürst that was moving in to help support me. In the process, I sank the Shimakaze, and in return, the Groza Kurfürst got to nuke the Minotaur. I am truly a lamprey eel to this Groza Kurfürst whale shark, but actually they just got sunk there. Well, let's yoink this right over the top of the mount, and that's going to get our second ship sunk. Total yoink, I admit, but on the other hand, we don't know what they're going to do, and we don't want our teammates to have to waste a single shot on that destroyer just to sink them, but as it turns out, it looks like our Groza Kurfürst had something else in mind. Pretty good exchange for the Roma there. Not so sure that was a good exchange for our Groza Kurfürst. Was that a rental Kurfürst? Oof. Everything is looking like sunshine and lollipops for the blue team now. Half the red team is gone. I'm going to secure this cap. I might get to YOLO Rush a Yamato all by their lonesome over here. All of our destroyers are still alive. In fact, the other two are in a division. So there is no way that this is going to come down to some Taco Bell play of the day, butt-clenching type heroics by yours truly, is there. Have you played Wowzels before? Now, had I not had that string of lousy games before this, well, I may have very well gone on to throw this game rather than play a destroyer properly. And considering we're a third of the way done with this match, well, you may be thinking that there isn't much left to see. But I will tell you, I'm going to end up with about 17 times more damage than I have right now. And there's going to be some big brain plays that have to happen. But first, I'm going to need to recognize that the blue team is not in position for success. And there's the first sign. One of our destroyers goes down, and the other one is pretty soon to follow. And seeing that happen in the kill feed, this is when I realized, okay, you do not get to YOLO this Yamato for fun, but you need to turn back towards B because our whole team is flowing this way. There goes the other destroyer. And here's the thing, folks. You can play the game the way that you want to, but if you are going out in the same class, you are asking for trouble. I can't tell you how many times I've seen 2-man or 3-man destroyer divisions get sunk because they don't have a cruiser or battleship support. And that's just something that, you know, if you want to improve a little bit, you got to kind of think about that. Does anyone else want to get sunk? Okay, there we go, in Alaska. So a moment ago, we were up by 2 ships and now we are down by 1. And every single player on the blue team is over on this west side of the map, unable to support me, whereas I have a destroyer and 2 Groza Kurfürst to contend with. I don't have any smoke, I have poor detection, but behold the glory that is playing with Fire Khabarovsk build. I can shoot this Groza Kurfürst out of its secondary range and keep maneuvering between its salvos. Now, the remaining red destroyer is a Fletcher, and for them to come at me, bro, they are going to need to get on B. I don't know what their health is, but its health is of little concern to me at the moment because I can outgun a Fletcher and I haven't been touched. So I'm waiting for the B cap to begin to flip to tell me that the Fletcher is getting close. And in the meantime, I'm just raining down golden showers onto this Groza Kurfürst. I mean, it is a huge ship. It has lots of places to get fires on it. It helps that they've beached and are attempting an 11-point turn. I've got 2 fires going on the midship of the Groza Kurfürst, so I'm targeting the bow and stern to attempt to start fires there. I'm also just doing donuts out here at max range, so if need be, I can just dip out of detection, but it looks like they've given up shooting at me just as my teammate drove all the way across the map to ram a Yamato. Well played, I guess. Of course, this means my team is even more poorly positioned than before because there isn't even anything left over there for them to shoot at. When you're shooting a ship, you should probably also be asking yourself, which ship will you shoot at when it's gone? And if the answer is nothing, well then you're in a bad spot. Now I can see B cap is flipping. This Groza Kurfürst has burned their damage control, so I just need 1 or 2 more fires on them and they'll be gone, and then I can go after this Fletcher. But still, I need to reposition now so this Fletcher can't just shoot me willy-nilly from their smoke. There's the Fletcher, and I'm going to reposition to try and get around this island. Just got another fire. We do have already, 2 or 3 more on that Groza Kurfürst. So when I get around the edge of this island, the Groza Kurfürst won't be able to spot me, and then the Fletcher won't be able to shoot me. And we get around there. And so I'm just kind of waiting for a minute while they burn and burn. Alright, there they go. Now we can go straight into B. Being cognizant of the fact there's probably some torpedoes in here. Yes, there they are. And we can skillfully maneuver around those sea turds and just point straight in. We can see where this Fletcher is. I don't need twist and track right now. I can see them firing. But what I can't see is the position of the Groza Kurfürst behind them. And oh look, there's another red ship up to the north for my 2 blue buddies to shoot at. Surely they won't both be sunk by that, right? I have a feeling they will. There's the Fletcher. And this is one of the downsides of playing with fire. It does do less damage, so that should have taken 1 salvo, but you know what? It takes 2. And all of a sudden, hey, look at that. We're up at 4 ships sunk. And now we've got one full health Groza first to deal with, but I want to get myself up to this island way up here because I don't want their secondaries to be shooting me, and I need to have as much cover as I can because I need to flip this cap. I have to flip this cap back, and would you look at that, they've got their sonar going, so I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Of course, one of the great weaknesses of the Groza first is that, for whatever reason, its hydro doesn't last very long. I mean, seriously, they should make it last at least a minute and a half. I wouldn't even be opposed to it lasting 2 minutes. I do think that that would make the ship a bit more viable than it is right now. Oh, there goes one of my teammates. Well, I'm sure they still have this. This Groza first is coming in here, and you know what? This is probably the right play for them. Probably. Because if I do flip this and nobody comes after me, then I think we would win on points. But in the meantime, I am just waiting here until the... Oh, there goes my other teammate. Okay, well, now we have to figure this out. This is really just a do or die situation. I need to flip this first, yes, because I need the points, but I'm going to have to sink this Groza first. We survived that first salvo, heal everything, and this Groza first, they're doing a pretty decent job here. You know, it's got a big, huge turn radius. I do get the torps off on that side, and I'm swinging my torps around. The other Groza first is shooting at me too. Excellent work there. I was quite butt clenched right now because this one is for the game right here. But we are going to get it off before their salvo, and that's going to be Kraken 354 in the Khabarovsk. Khaba. I think there might even be another salvo coming in from that other Groza. Yep. Could have been close. So that is our late game heroics, our Taco Bell play of the game, and I'm just going to run out the clock at this point. I'm going to head over to this cap, start flipping it, but I won't make y'all watch it because there's nothing left to see. We just barely are ahead on points, and we're going to end up winning this match. So, let's see the scoreboard. 3,287 XP for a very good game. And would you look at that, the Groza first, who supported me at the beginning, first one out and still got second place. So if you're struggling to get those 25 top 4 finishes, well, there's your role model. And a GG to everyone else, and that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you too have a ship that you jump in when you want to punish your teammates, give this video a like. If you always need your teammates to carry you, then give this video a dislike. Questions, comments, HE spam rage, leave it down below. And if you're curious how long it will take to get those British battleships in for a sit down, then hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks. I will get back out there for another one soon, and we will talk